Welcome back, guys. Always think up, always think up, always think up. I wanted to give you guys this video today. I came to my favorite place, the water steps. I'm wearing purple. We're talking about crown chakra stuff, guys. We're talking about God. The crown is where you connect to God, or whatever you call that in that space. Today I had a really, really rough day. I was trying. I've been going through some really hard things, and I want to share to you the ways that I think that I know that God listens to me and He hears me. I'm going through some really, 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 really hard things. It's hitting everything from my past and what I plan for my future, and there's all kind of things. But one of the things I want to let you know is when times are really tough for me like this, I first thing I do is think about what's good. So first I want to tell you all, I love my job. I love my co-workers. I love that my mom has my baby so I can come here and do this video for you guys today. I love these water steps. I love the water. I love to feel it. I have my shoes off. I have my feet in it, my hands in it. It's great. There's a reason for everything. I'm not really sure what it is sometimes. This fight that I'm going through, I don't know why it's coming to me. Sometimes I can't help but to think that maybe I did something really bad to somebody before, and that's why I'm feeling bad now. I crashed my car this morning because sometimes it's just too much. The guy that I crashed into was the best part of my day. He was amazing. He just was getting cancer treatments, just finished up his last cancer treatment. And here I am just feeling like crap. And I crashed into him and it's my fault. And he's hugging me and praying for me. And God is amazing, guys. I go into work because I'm training and I have 2 jobs going on right now. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to regroup and I'm going to stick this out. And my bosses are amazing. They came up and said, all right, Sarah, go outside for a minute. And then I went outside for a minute, and then they were like, all right, Sarah, why don't you go home? All right. We don't know why these things happen in our lives, and when you're faced with bad things and everything. And, I pray when it's good, and I pray when it's bad. I pray all the time. I pray in my work. I pray for my friends. I pray for strangers. I'm constantly in prayer. So there's a lot of you out that are wondering, do I believe in God? Because I believe in chakras. I do, absolutely. God is teaching me about these chakras. He's teaching me how to get in them and how to teach them to you. So your crown chakra, it's purple. It's the highest level. It's some people can be blocked off there from a trauma that they've experienced, or from things that they're holding from their past, or things that they're fearful in their future. And so I run into a lot of clients that say that they don't believe in God because God has failed them. I know what that feels like, guys. At one time in my life, I felt like God failed me. I had a terrible knee injury, and I was 13, and I had 5 knee surgeries, and it still kept hurting and hurting, and I just kept wondering, what does God want for me in this life? And I was able to see a healer, which I didn't know anything about, and I was able to get better from that space, guys. And I want you to know that healing is real and God is real. God is the healer. So I do healing work, and I don't think that I'm a healer. God's the healer, and He just taught me how to teach you guys. When we pray for things in life, sometimes He sends it to us in human form. So, when we're praying to God, sometimes we're hoping that the heavens open up and the sky falls down and God appears and hugs us and tells us that everything's going to be all right. It doesn't happen that way, guys. God's out here helping everybody. So what He does is when you pray, He sends you an angel in human form to teach you through that lesson and to maybe bring you somewhere else. And maybe you're not focused in the right area. God's magical, and He knows better what you need than you know. He knows better what I need than I know. So a lot of my work that I do is just prayer. I don't know what you need. I don't know But I ask God and I ask the angels to give people that I run into everything that they're needing, because we don't know. A lot of people will push off my energy work because they don't think that I'm of God. You know, God's my best friend, guys. I don't know how to explain that better to you. He's been through all my stuff with me. You know, he's thrown these little girls in the background and these little boys, so my video can be the best video. It's amazing. He's there for me in my mistakes. He's there for me in my glory. You know, he's helping me work out things in my family and working out things in my heart. And I guess this video today, you know, there's a lot of people out there today that are going through some really ugly things. We got these things on the news with the cops and with the racism, and it's just sickening, guys. And you know, that's part of my hurt today, is that everyone's hurting so bad. It's terrible. It's terrible that God made us this life, and he made us these people and these beautiful spaces to go to, and yet all everybody wants to do is just be mean to one another and yell and accuse and blame. You know, so when you start to work on your chakras, you start to clear all that stuff out of you. You know, everyone's hurting, guys. It's not just me and it's not just you. There's a lot of hurt in the world right now. So, you know, my mission for God is love. And so, you know, I promised God that I was going to show everyone that he's love. He's just love. So you can cry and you can love life, and you can be sad and you can love life. And, you know, and when you're feeling like God isn't real, pay attention to what happens when you feel like that, because you know, something's going to come along, or something's going to come along, and they're going to prove it that he's real. He doesn't have to prove it. He's going to prove it in ways that only you can understand that. You know, we worked on chakras, and we worked from the root, and we worked all the way up, and here we are at the crown. And, you know, I never thought that I would do this video on one of my hardest days, but I wanted to be raw, and I wanted to be real with you guys and let you know that even though I'm going through some really, 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 really tough things, harder than I've ever even known, God's there. And he keeps sending my friends, and he keeps sending strangers, and he keeps sending all kinds of people to let me know that he's there. And so, you know, if you're losing hope, and if you don't think that there's anything good to believe in, and I don't care what you call him. You can call him Jah, you can call him Papa, that's what I call him. You can say it's just energy, universal. You know, I don't care. I don't care about that. As long as you know that there's something out here that's bigger and it's divine, that's all I care about. You know, God wants us to be the creators of our lives. So right now, God doesn't want me to be sad. So the man that I wrecked into was like a comedy strip on one of his worst days, getting better. You know, things happen out here, and we can't control them. And sometimes the hardest part is feeling like you have no control, and feeling like maybe you're not heard. But the thing that helps me get through some of my hardest times is just knowing that God hears me, and him showing me that through whatever happens. Being, you know, hey, you know, I'm having a really crappy day, and I was going to try to stick it out and be at work and be training and be 100% available for them. But, you know, my boss knew better, and God must have, you know, went to my bosses and said, hey, give this girl some time. She needs some time. She got a lot going on. So, you know, in the middle of your hard times, I know it's hard sometimes, but try to look deep and try to see where the blessings are in the hard time. You know, I have a hard time stacked against a hard time stacked against a hard time, and I'm really able to tell you guys that I love my life and my family and my friends and all of you who are watching my videos, and everyone who keeps emailing me and messaging me, and, you know, always think up is something that I created and I never really knew, and I felt really excited about it, and the feedback has been amazing, and the messages and the emails and the love and the support has just been amazing. And so to me, guys, that's all God. to feel something bad going on and you know it, and you just trust that instinct, that's God. So when I'm telling you guys to trust yourself and to trust the feelings in your body, really I'm trying to ask you to trust God in a different way. Sometimes when you come out and you tell someone I'll pray for you or trust God, they're angry because it's hard, and they don't think that God can see their hard time, but God sees and He knows, and it's bigger than us, guys. So crown chakra stuff, email me, always thinkup always at gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, always think up. My YouTube videos, I'm gonna try to keep them rolling. You know, I'm just in the doo-doo right now, guys, and that's all. And once I get out of here, you know, I could roll around here as long as I want to, but I'm not. I'm going to get out of here soon because it's going to rain. All right, well, I love all of you, and thank you all for your support, and thank you all for your love. And, you know, if this can bring one person closer to God, then I did my thing. One love.